we are law-abiding citizens. The Sultan or the Sarakin of Shua Arab in Edo. No, our intention is misunderstood. We are law-abiding. We are law-abiding. Do you understand? That is the same way they were in Hausa land that time, because that time Hausa kingdom was part of Songhai Empire. And one young man who is a preacher, so to say, an Islamic cleric, a preacher, by name of Chukwuemeka, he came up. He's a preacher. Oh, he understands Quran. He preaches Quran. And they recommended him to King Yunfa, the king of the Hausa kingdom that time. And he said, with open mind, that is why sometimes being good, it has consequences. Sometimes it has evil consequences. Being too good. A stranger came, oh, he is a preacher. And now the king left him, gave him open heart, open hand, without control, for him to preach to his subjects, to his children. And Ottoman Danfodio started by preaching hatred to his children. Started telling the children of the king that, oh, your father, you say he's a Muslim? They say yes. They say no. He said, no, your father is not a good Muslim. He started commanding their loyalty, the children of the king. Telling them that once you obey if you obey the command of God, now you must do away with your father. Do not regard him as your father. If you're a good Muslim, he started preaching hatred and he divided them. And under 4 years, the Hausas fought against themselves and delivered themselves in a very good platter of gold to the Fulani as their slaves. Today, the Hausas were subjugated, or they subjugated themselves to the advantage of the Fulani. That is why today they are Almajiris. The Fulani continue doing the work, brainwashing them, catching them so young. You understand? Turning them into street beggars. You know, in Igbo language, they say, Ozomama agayu brabo. If the road is good, no obstruction, you pass there multiple times. We are seeing those that had the touch of the Fulani Caliphate and how they resemble, how they look. Do you understand? And now we are still allowing ourselves to be subdued or subjugated by this Fulani Caliphate. Do you think you can also blame the Fulani? Do you think like that? Sometimes I don't blame them because they saw a very cheap indigenous population under 4 years. Do you know what it means to conquer a great house of population under 4 years? Just 4 years. 4 years. How far now? 4 years only. Whereas it took the Fulani many years, sometimes even up to a century, in order to conquer other parts of West Africans, like the Jalonkes. If you understand, it took them many years to have a foothold there. But in Hausa land, it took them only 4 years, and that emboldened the Ottoman Danfodio, saying that these people are very cheap. These people are the indigenous population living in this side are a very, very cheap set of people. Therefore, I can even immerse Quran into Atlantic Ocean. Because the progress of the Fulani, why they are progressing in Nigeria, is because of the stupidity of the whole indigenous population. Do you know why we say this always? I used to say it always here. Not that the Fulani, they are not powerful. Only that they know how to manipulate. And they see a very cheaper set of people. People that are manipulable. That could be manipulated anyhow, anytime. People that could be turned, bought with money, very cheap. The Europeans did this first. That is why black Africans, mostly in West Africa, they were used as farm animals in the land of America. You don't blame those that are using them. After all, this world is a free world. Why didn't we first of all go and use them? Why didn't we first of all go and conquer the Fulani? We allowed them to come and start manipulating us, and all we could do is to cry. Look at what happened to Jos. In Jos. Look at how people, they were killed, slaughtered every day. The indigenous population are being killed by the Fulani. Everybody is crying. But to gather around and do something, take a very big stand against these marauders. You see people being bought once in secret. People will be bought with money, and when they come out in the public, they start talking another thing. That is the cheap, being cheap. The Fulani, they saw this, and they say, "Oh, that is why they can come to Edo State and." Giving them, crowning, what do you call it? The Sarkin of the Shua Arab in Edo State. And when you say, they say, no, you misunderstood us. So we are law-abiding citizens. Don't worry. Is it not the same way they told the King Yufa? Is it not the same way? Ottoman Danfodio told him, no, I'm just a preacher. No, I'm not a trouble. No. I'm a law-abiding citizen. Don't worry. And he was allowed. Before the king will know what is happening, the catastrophe has been done. Do you understand? Sultan of Shua Arabs of Edo State. The other time they crowned the Sarakin, is it the emir of Asaba? And people laugh, and people went there to eat and to drink. Cows were killed, and you see indigenous population going there to eat and drink. People that are being conquered, they don't know they are celebrating their own conquest. Now, how don't you think that people there, the Fulani takes people there as very cheap? Otherwise, how will only less than 2% of the whole population be troubling and conquering, be on top of everybody? Everybody is crying, every indigenous population. But rise up and collectively do something. Do something. They say, no, politics will enter because money exchange hands. That is the cheapness of the people there. That is why the Europeans used Africans to enslave Africans. It's the same thing. Ottoman Danfodio found, he saw it. That's it. This world is a free world. If you can conquer, if you can persevere and fight, do it. If you can enslave others and get away with it, do it. That is the world. Don't you know that? Instead of crying every time, can't you hear us? Look at the Talibans. They persevered. I'm telling our people, what they always see is end product. That is why we always like importation. Because people, people don't want to go into the rigorous job of fabrication, manufacturing. That is why they always go end product. Now everybody is saying, oh, Taliban, look at, they have taken back Afghanistan. And some are even crying, oh, they are terrorists. Who tell you? The way I see things, some people don't see things like that. How will you call people that they are terrorists in their own land? People that fought heavily in order to get back their land. Do you know that in 1979, Afghanistan was cool. They were invaded by a foreign power. Took them, slaughtered them. And they said, come on. You understand? People don't read history I'm not praising any extremist act. No. But they were in their country. I'm not defending anybody, but I want people to be seeing things in another way. And after that, they kick those people away. They have to look for a stand, something, a ratifying factor. A rallying factor in order to gather their people and do what? Kick foreigners away. They were quietly in their land, though, and foreigners came to invade them. They fought. It doesn't matter the extreme idea they use. They fought foreigners up. They didn't go to invade Russia or go to invade Holland. No. They were in their country. Now after them, another set of people came, say, no, your idea is too extreme. But these are the people that also formed them. Installed that extremist idea. The Americans. We must say it as it is. Honestly. The government. So why is it that now after 20 years, they persevered? No matter that they are being slaughtered, they were slaughtered. But they persevered and said, look, it's our own land. You cannot defeat us in our own land. It doesn't matter what it takes. And now people are calling, they are terrorists. Terrorism has no universally accepted definition. Do you know that? It's just as when people come to impose on you the type of person or personality or the people they want you to be instead of who you are, as we are fighting now to liberate ourselves. Britain imposed Nigeria on us. We said, no, this is not the type of Nigeria we want. This is not the type of who we are. This is not the type of life we want to live. As General Ojukwu have said, that we try to live in the Nigeria being imposed on us by Britain, but we couldn't. It's impossible. We are dying. And now we want to liberate ourselves. We want to fight to live. And here we go. We are terrorists. Tomorrow when we liberate ourselves and separate, they'll say, these are terrorists. How can you accept all these things? This world is a place whereby the victim is even blamed for being a victim. Sometimes people that come from far to impose to impose their system on those indigenous people, they are not terrorists. They come from thousands of kilometers. No, they are not terrorists. But the indigenous population that are defending themselves, that no, we want to remain who we are, please. They use the media. They demonize them. They show how but they never show how these people that are imposing, another human being on them. They never show how they kill them. They never show how they are angels. No, they are angels. Heavenly angels. Sometimes we also think in another way. That is by the way anyway. So please let us do the right thing by calling these people who they are by their names, the Hausa and the Fulani, as different set of people, not related in any way. It's artificial relation. That is just amalgamation. The Fulani, they are parasites. That is the truth of the matter. As I said, the topic of my submission today, it says ideology. I'm going to talk about ideology. Every time we say that Biafra is our religion, it's our ideology. Sometimes the people argue that people don't understand what it means. Ideology. Ideology is a set of opinions or belief of a group or an individual. Very often ideology refers to a set of political beliefs or a set of ideas that characterize a particular culture. Every culture is characterized by ideologies, a set of ideologies. When you have a crisis of ideology, you are finished as a people. That is what happened in our own land. When Chinua Achebe wrote, things fell apart and the center can never hold. Do you understand? Ideology is also a system. It is any system of beliefs shared by a group of people. That is ideology. Do you know that without Biafra we are all gone? Do you know what kept the Jews of Israel today, the Republic of Israel today? Do you know what kept them going? What made them to even, what made them to come back at last after suffering persecutions, dispersions for thousands of years? And finally they came back to restore their country. Do you know what kept them? Their ideology, a common ideology. When a group of people or a race have lost the essence of that common ideology, there is a problem. That race is doomed. You know, the Jews are the only set of people that underwent persecutions for so long. Dispersion, they were dispersed for so long a time. And after, there was a happy ending. They came back to restore that their lost country. They lost their language, Hebrew. And a one man, I think, is it Eliezer Ben Yehuda? He was the founder, the father of modern Hebrew. Do you understand? And after a country, a lost country for thousands of years, was restored. You know the reason? Because of their ideology intact. You understand? You understand what I'm saying? Ideology is a set of belief by a group of people, shared by a group of people. Simple. Do you know that without this Biafra, we have no shared ideology? Do you know the reason why the Fulani, they are progressing? Why they are on top? Because they have a single unique ideology of conquest. It's a shared idea. It doesn't matter. They continue working towards that. That is an ideology. You know, when our leader spoke first and said that Biafra is our religion, is our ideology. Because your religion is also your ideology. What you believe in. Because you cannot allow any other thing to ride over what you believe, to ride, to be above your belief, your ideology. That is why we have to make Biafra our ideology. So that nothing can, no other ideology can debar you or stop you from supporting the restoration of Biafra. You understand? That is ideology. For a people to progress and advance, there must be a common ideology. Today in our land, before IPOB, our people were in disarray. Do you understand? Ideologically disarray. I don't know whether you understand what I mean. We were people heading to abyss ideologically. We have nothing that binds us together. Is it religion? What type of religion are you going to talk? This one say he's a man Jehovah, but they don't, because they crack between us ideologically. Because of a selfish interest and also other things, political interest, it became a gully. So that people fought in our land. This Jehovah cannot marry Assemblies of God. Assemblies of God cannot marry Catholic. Catholic cannot marry CMS. But today, our leader brought us back together. That is why we shout IPOB, you say one family. Because we share a common ideology of Biafra. That is how a country, a people advances. Without a common ideology, you cannot advance. America was built or was founded on a common ideology. An ideology that said that all humans are born equal, created equal. Do you understand that? All humans, all men are created equal and must be given equal opportunities for a fair competition. That is the ideology of America. If you want to be a Hindu as far as you are in America, if you want to be a Muslim, that ideology overrides your religion, your personal belief. I don't know whether people understand what I'm saying. That is why we say IPOB. We say one family. That is bringing us together. What kept the Jews going is their ideology of their religion. That they are the sons of Abraham. Nothing will take it from them. The sons of Jacob. You know, they have their own unique way of praying. But in our own, the Europeans, they came, they conquered, they made sure they put knife, they put razor blade in the umbilical cord that puts us together with our tradition, our ideology, and things fell apart. Therefore, everybody to your tent, O Israel. You do as you want, and I do as I like. Now people set a standard in our land. People set a standard. He who makes money is him that have the best ideology. It doesn't matter whether he is a fool. Money becomes a standard, and that is a problem. That is why our leader took us back to our roots, back to our belief system, back to who we are, who we are, back to our ideology that we are Biafrans, the children of the light. It doesn't matter whether you are a Shekiri. It doesn't matter whether you are Igbo. It doesn't matter whether you are a Zon, Isoko, Urobo, Ibibio. All that we are one under one roof. Our ideology is Biafra. That is why sometimes when you look at people that are coming in order to bring trouble in this time, this trial time, this time that our leader is temporarily absent, but still with us because he's alive, you see people coming. I will only take the command from Nnamdi Kanu. All others are not. Don't you know that there is something terribly wrong? There is something these people are doing. How can you say that you follow Mazi Nnamdi Kanu without following the structure he put in place? Is it possible? Why do we like to lie? Sometimes, why do people love to lie? Why? We have to search our conscience. I'm talking about ideology. You know, in Nigeria today, there is no cohesion. You know, I told you about, I've spoken about American ideology. The foundational ideology of America is all men are created equal and must be given equal opportunities for a fair competition. That is why America was being founded as a country. It's in that structure. You understand? So that if you come as a Hindu, you cannot use your religion in order to show people that, other people that they are lesser than you. As a Christian, you cannot show other people, you have no right to take other people as lesser human beings that should be subdued. As a Muslim, you cannot also do that. It doesn't matter your religion. It doesn't matter your creed. Once you are an American, once you enter into America, that is QED. This is our ideology. All men are created equal. That is it. That is it. Equality. so that everybody will be given fair opportunities for a fair competition, equal opportunities for a fair competition. If you fail, they know that you fail. You don't blame anybody. It is you that fail. You don't blame anybody. If you rise up thinking that your religion or your personal belief is more than others, the system will bring you down. Say no. This is not our ideology. Because the ideology of the people, the founding ideology, the structural ideology of the country supersedes every other thing. That is why we say system is superior to religion. Do you understand? But in Nigeria, what is the ideology of Nigeria? Can somebody tell me? What you say? You go to the Fulani, they say, oh, they are born to rule. They take others as infidel. I read a very funny tweet from somebody. He said that, from today I will start reading Quran, studying Quran, so that if Boko Haram take over Abuja or take over Nigeria, that they will not see me as an infidel. I laugh. It's funny, but there's something there. What are they? What is the ideology of Nigeria? Some people believe that others are lower human beings. Some people believe that everybody is equal. Some people believe in this. Some people believe in that. That is incoherency in ideology. That is why, of late, I fell in love with Alozie Suleiman because of his utterances, what he spoke during his interview on BBC. But after all, what you have been saying here, he reiterated it. That after all, there is nothing like Nigeria. What is Nigeria? Whereby the Yoruba are looking for Yoruba presidency. Igbos are looking for Igbo presidency. The Fulani are looking for Fulani presidency in the name of Northern presidency. Now, who is looking for Nigerian presidency? Nobody. Why are we deceiving ourselves? Because we have no ideological coherent. We are not ideologically coherent. There is incoherency of ideology in Nigeria, and that is the basics of the problem. And that is why Nigeria can never stand, because it has no structure. You restructure something that has structure. That is restructure something that has structure. You understand? You restructure something that has structure. If you have no structure, how can you restructure? You understand? So the ideology that brings people together is a set of belief. But what is that set of common? It's a common belief of a set of people. What is the ideology of Nigeria? Can somebody ask any politician? Every time what is important to them is, hey, go election. Oh, you vote or they're only interested in looting, deception, everything. None of them have, we go down and say, let us solve this problem right from grassroots. Do you understand what I mean? That is why Nigeria should be destroyed. Nigeria has no common ideology. Look at in the north, in the core north, the Fulani, the core north, subdued by the Fulani, the Sharia north. Even this mannequin, these things using putting clothes, they are now interdicted. It is now against their law for you to use it by tailors and sellers of clothes, because they say that thing is against their way of Islam. Do you understand that? When you see that, it's a kind of it's a doll. But it's naked. How can you use it? No, it's against their law now. You can't use it. But we are in the same country. You cannot sell alcoholic beverages in the core north, the Sharia north. You cannot sell it. Do you understand? They can charge you, they can arrest you even and kill you for blasphemy, what they deem as blasphemy. In the same country whereby in the south everybody is free. You can drink your beer as you want, sell as you want. You can use your mannequin as you want. Now, what is the ideological coherency of Nigeria? Please, can somebody call and tell me later? There is none. These are the things that the politicians in Nigeria, they have been trying to avoid this type of discussion, because they know that if they engage in this type of discussion, that there is not, they will fail woefully. Our leader, right from time, he has been calling, challenging people. You that believe on one Nigeria, please come to debate me, come to convince me on a direct live on live debate. If you convince me, I'll leave my struggle, because we believe let superior argument reign. But none of them show up. Always what they care for is the election. Anambra election. Imo election. This and that, because they are evil. They are running on artificiality. Lies. That is what they know. The Fulani are always working towards their ideology. What about you? What is your ideology as indigenous population? Do you see how the Taliban, they persevere and work towards their ideology and finally won? You know, your ideology keeps you moving. It doesn't matter what happens, you keep moving. What is the ideology of Nigeria? This is what you are preaching. This is what we are preaching, and people are saying that, oh, we are causing confusion. What type of confusion? We are making people to try to reason critically. That is why they demonize us, because we are portraying the truth, enlightenment. Do you understand? And you see them, the evil zoo, making sure that they pay people in order to come and infiltrate, in order to come and be putting every type of rubbish in the mindset of people. That is why we encourage you to be listening to Radio Biafra London. That is where that is our standard. Do you understand? Our standard for information is Radio Biafra London. This hallowed platform where we worship. You know, when you take another thing as your ideology that overrides your nationality, your sense of nationality, it doesn't work. It can never work. That is why every country makes their law based on the common ideology. Now, I used to ask, what is the ideology of Nigeria? You see that you know, when you ask it a politician, he will open his mouth, no sound will come out. There he will be ashamed. Laws are made, laws that control people are made based on the ideology, the common shared ideology. That is why even in Saudi Arabia today, they make their laws, you know, based on their own ideology. In Iran, the same thing. In Afghanistan, the Taliban will make their own law based on their ideology, because they have the right. The same way, when Biafra is restored, we make our laws based on our common ideology. Do you understand? But what is the common ideology of Nigeria? That is the big question. It has none. Divided, incoherent. From here, that is why there is no, people are above the law in Nigeria. There is no institution in Nigeria. People behave, you know, it's an animal kingdom. All these are what we are trying to make sense. That is why they kidnapped our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. You understand me? Do you know that because of this thing, there will be no progress in Nigeria until there is a genuine discussion about this ideology? That is what we preach all the time. How can some people say that we are born to rule? Some people call others infidels. Some people call others, no, you are pigs that should be slaughtered. And some people are accepting peace at all costs. How do you think that it can work? How do you think so? Nigeria is destroying us, the indigenous population, limiting our capacities. We must make sure to continue in our ideology. That is the restoration of Biafra. Biafra is our ideology. You know, when you see people that they tell you that, my religion forbids me from fighting, this and that, you tell the person you are not only ignorant but foolish and stupid. You know, people are looking at things, people think that this Christianity, it was like this. Do you know horrible crimes committed using Christianity? Do you understand that? Before they come to this time whereby they enlightened Europe. They gave the power to the government to be unleashing terror in the name of government. Now they say, okay, we are now secular. And they carry their religion and give to you to kill yourselves, to scatter yourselves, to fight against each other. Don't you have brain? Our ideology is Biafra. In this platform, our ideology is Biafra. If you never make Biafra your ideology, know that you have not started. People that have not made Biafra their ideology, that is why they can. You see people say, I'm confused though. They say, they look on people. I hear this person say, come on. We should be wise. IPOB has united us under one umbrella, one family, one common ideology. And that is the restoration of Biafra. That first of all, Biafra in our lives is more than any other thing. That is why we are ready to die for what we believe in. That is why our leader is in the hands of our detractors. He was kidnapped. And that is why our enemies are afraid. This is why Alozie Suleiman, he said that this one don't pass joke. That when they thought about this deeply, that they saw that, look, if people are, they thought that bullets will scare us away. But it didn't. It couldn't. They thought that imprisonment can scare us away and we stop what we are doing. But it couldn't. They thought that jailing, intimidation, coming on air to tell us that I will not treat you that voted for me 5%, the same way I treated those that voted for me 97%. It didn't debar us. There they say, I'll go on Africa. These people, they are desperate. And any desperate person can do anything. A desperate person can do anything. That is where they saw the handwriting on the wall. And they sued in order to stop the so-called review of the Constitution, constitutional review. They say we must first of all address our loyalty. We must first of all address this, our ideology. This thing that the politicians, they fail to address, they are afraid to discuss about it. They say we must wade into it, because there lies the question. Do we agree to be Nigerians? If yes, even if under any other name, what are the conditions? Because none of our ancestors were consulted before being amalgamated. Do you understand? So, for people that are talking about this Nigeria, when the problem with Nigeria is there is no shared, there is no common ideology. Some people believe this, others believe that. So there is no. What type of institution are you going to build? You know, today the Minister of Justice is a Sharia judge. Something that is foreign to us, we don't know it, but they impose it on us. How do you think that we can continue? And tomorrow, even if they take a real secular judge, they put him there. What about the Sharia the Sharia not, they will see him as a foreigner. I say, no, they don't know this type of law. Now, what are you going to talk? Where is the Nigerian ideology? Please. Our people should understand that what we are doing here, Biafra is our religion and our ideology. Because your religion comprises of your ideology, or vice versa. Anything you believe, you strongly believe, and you work towards it. It guides you as a human being, as a people. Do you understand? In our own tradition, we say, let everybody live together for peace. Because we believe in humanity. We believe that life is sacrosanct. But the people we are living together, we are forced to live together with the Fulani, they don't believe in humanity, that people are equal. They believe that they are superior to others, that others should be massacred and killed. Don't you see that is the reason why the Sadwana of Sokoto remains the eternal supreme head of every religion in Nigeria, and that of every traditional rule in Nigeria. As I've been saying this, have any person who rose up in public to raise this question? But it is true. The Sadwana of Sokoto, the Fulani Caliphate, controls your religion, controls your tradition. How do you think that we can move on like this? How do you think? Please, we are fighting a formidable enemy. Stop being deceived. Stop being confused, so to say. Stop being, stop listening to gossip. Whatever we are doing here, whatever pronouncement that is being made here, is for us to continue to succeed. Our leader is in the hands of our detractors. If people are telling you that, until we hear from our leader, we cannot change what we are doing, until we hear from our leader direct, know that those people, they are mischievous. They are up for something, and they are playing on your sentiment. Sometimes you see people, you think that you are in the same wavelength with them. You don't know that they are mischievous set of people. They are trying to manipulate your sentiment. You see them as angels of light, but you don't know that they are, authors of darkness. Do you understand that? So please, it is high time we continue in the same ideology. All our ideology is restoration of Biafra. Our ideology, our religion is Biafra, and nothing more. So please, let us continue, because this is the secret the Fulani they have. They never wavered from the ideology set up by Ottoman Dan Fodio. It doesn't matter that he died since 200 years plus. But still today, they have been working toward the same ideology. That is the focus. Do you understand? Now you are always backbiting, murmuring. Anything that happens, say, no, if it is like this, useless statements. Why not continue being ideologically consistent? Because the Fulanis, they are progressing because they are ideologically consistent. It doesn't matter, come shine, come rain, they are moving towards the same direction. That is why today discussions that is going in Nigeria is about cows, grazing, cows, giving cow roots, roga. That is the only thing you hear in Nigeria. Nothing more. Because the Fulani, they have hijacked everything. They pay the journalists, the media, the Nigerian media, in order to call terrorist activity. They call it a farmer header clash. They call terrorists that are shooting down Nigerian Air Force planes. They call them bandits. Don't you see that? Don't you see the handwriting on the wall? Is it time for you to continue yapping and gossiping? Or for you to start being focused? That goal that our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu said, Is it not high time for you to reverse and start focusing? You know, people say, we love our leader, we want to get Biafra, this and that. But they are disobedient. We cannot achieve whatever we are doing with disobedience. It's impossible. Discipline must be there. Otherwise, what you are doing is, it becomes anarchy. Do whatever you want. We can never achieve what we want through anarchy. It's impossible. That is why we are directed. We should be disciplined. Anything you want to do, the day you stop, you stop. It's discipline. Stop, you stop. That is it. Because we want to build this ideology into practicality, making Biafra a practical, viable nation. That is what we are doing. Please, let us be wise and continue to sustain our ideology. And our only ideology is Biafra. This is where I'm going to stop, so that I'll open my lines. But before I do that, I will go on a few minutes break. I will be right back. Welcome back. This is Radio Biafra HAUSSA-SERVICE coming to you through Radio Biafra London. My name remains Mazi JOHNATHAN Chineddu from Alozie province of Biafra land. We are here live and direct. Today is the 21st day of August in the year of our Lord 2021. Our lines are now open. Our direct line is +1 213 328 6224. I repeat, +1 213 328 6224. Our WhatsApp line and signal is +61 405 142 547. I repeat, WhatsApp and signal line +61 405 142 547. You can call us and give us your view, but remember the topic of my submission talks about ideology. I think I have a caller, first caller on direct line. Caller on direct line, can you hear me? Caller on direct line, can you hear me? Caller on direct line, no, you can hear me. Caller on WhatsApp, can you hear me? Welcome to the program. Hello? Yes, go on, please. Caller on WhatsApp.
I'm calling from Brazil.
Welcome to the program, Botard.
Yeah, this is my first time of calling this program. I've been following this program for many years now, but this is my first time of calling. Yeah, I know the family, and I would like to get in touch with you after the program. But now I just want to tell you all of you have been doing, and no, well, yeah, I don't have much to say, and I have many things to say. But then just say a little for other people to come online. I just want to thank you for what you are doing. Thank other members. And Mazi, I want to also is a suggestion for you to emphasize more on this Taliban and Afghanistan issue, because I've been following that issue for a very long time, and many people don't understand it. Many people don't understand that what particular happened in Afghanistan and between Taliban and the Afghanistan. If it is possible for us for them to be sending those videos to the politicians that will say that they own Nigeria, because one day they will be in the wrong. But I know that our God is going to defeat them. Through God, they is going to defeat them. But if not, they are going to be on the run. They are going to be in the airport looking for a way to leave the country.
Of course,
not
they should.
On their own, looking for a way to leave the Biafran land because they are all saboteurs and we know them all.
Thank you very much, my brother.
And I want to also say something about blaming or no blaming. If any issues come out about DOS or DOS not say, or this person say, let that person be ignored. Because the more we are emphasizing on that issue, the more the topic is getting longer. So any issue concerning sit at home or no sit at home or this other house or that question should be ignored.
Thank you, my brother. You know, the more you also talk about it, the more it goes long, as you said. That's it. So the issue is things have been settled. That is it. The sit at home have been suspended. It's been confirmed. So there is no more talking about it. If the order is there, it's there. So that is it. Thank you, my brother. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Remain blessed. Caller on signal. Can you hear me? Please, caller on signal. Hold on as you did. Let me pick the caller on direct line. Caller on direct line, welcome to the program. Can you hear me?
No, Jonathan, can you hear me, sir?
The whole world is listening, is hearing your voice. Go on, please.
No, let me fix my...
Is our radio in Aba is still not coming, not talking?
Yes, sir. Over 1 week now.
Don't worry. Things are being done about it. I assure you. Go on.
Okay, sir. You talk about ideology. Yes. Therefore, all over the world. May the Almighty Creator of Jesus and the Creator of Muhammad, may His peace continue to dwell upon every one of us. Everywhere He has gathered us, we offended Him by stopping worshiping Him. We Biafra, the strength of the end. We abandon our people to Gabiam and be worshiping I. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu now. Our own Jesus, this our generation. Our own Jesus, we present Nnamdi Kanu. All these religious leaders and all these for governors, all these places. We can kidnap our leader for Kenya. Carry our leader, go put inside the hands of terrorists before the whole world. And they said that they will Biafra all the religious leaders in Biafra land. On the Kenya, they won't know the sense. The sense of the religious leaders. Now we work with the people where they on every president that die. Maybe a deal with you. You are fulfilling your destiny. Don't be afraid of any judge of this president. The universe today oh, it's about that. And we are the one to cry. But I need make them write this message. Jonathan, I go see that man where that behavior. Tell them not to come. They are savior. When I go take our imagine somebody to come in front of that person has to fight out. I'm going to come out that over the hand I get that. Okay, and I get that like that. Hey, I come out. Therefore, all the best way I come here. All the religions of the African Dara. Now, but to gather to the drug below where. According to 1 John chapter 5, all that according to 1 Peter chapter 2, all that according to John chapter 1, all that the destiny has been given to them. Return us back to our lands, the doctors where we stand, put their pipe, just over in Biafra. All of them are kept up here. According to the destiny, ono bakera se make it public omo ona to palo joro na mo okay chukwuemeka I from Wolu Biafra the land of my ancestor. I dey come from our province Biafra land the land of land of
Upon the local land, upon the government of God, upon I get the soon, sir. I know you.
Thank you, Mazi.
It is a different negative. Itu tonyo ada kita pada kada lepas tadi. Kita kalau orang kita kalau kata itu, boleh betul lah. Ini mah ada semua. Mereka, lori, aku iya. Masih Jonathan. Ojo tu kita. Orang mana yang
almost here, Biafra. There we Caller on signal, thank you for holding on. Caller on signal. Can you hear me? Caller on signal. Caller on signal. Can you hear me? No. No. You called on signal and you are not attentive. Please. Caller on WhatsApp, can you hear me? Caller on WhatsApp.
Okay. Mazi, good evening, sir.
Welcome to the program.
Yes, I'm calling you actually from Anambra State. Precisely, Amobia. My name is Chinaso.
There were no need of mentioning your location direct, please, as far as you're in Biafra.
Okay. All right, Mazi, it's actually concerning this issue, the Taliban issue. Let me just chip into this a little bit. I digress to actually what I want to say. This is really an area we should begin to show our concern. The Afghanistan, how did they come into this? What happened? And we should be looking at it this way now that what is happening in Afghan is actually happening in Nigeria. It has long been happening here in Nigeria. Islam want to take charge entirely.
Mazi, let me cut in here, please, because there is a way many of our people origin, which sometimes it could not be the best. Let me tell you.
Okay.
Yeah. You know, I brought in the issue of Taliban as an example. These are the indigenous people that are taking over their land. Why are we so, jittery about people that are ruling themselves, that are taking over their land? They are in their country thousands of kilometers away. Why? Is it because, let me tell you one thing. This world is about the media. They can sell to you anything and it stick. The Taliban, what about the other countries like Saudi Arabia, where women have no right at all? Almost. A woman cannot move out on the street without being unaccompanied. It doesn't matter. So, let us be careful sometimes when we make some analogy. Islam is going to they are not taking over other people's countries. Let me tell you, they are taking over their country from strangers that are supposed to be called the terrorists. Let us be reasoning. The same way we are fighting for our freedom. We are indigenous population. They put us in a way in a Nigeria that is not our way of life. They want us, foreign powers, they want us to live the way they want us to live, so that we'll be importing everything, so that we cannot manufacture anything, so that our way of life we shoot their benefits. And when we fight, when we try to say no, they say they label us terrorists. Is it not the same thing? So
yes,
let me finish, please. You are on WhatsApp, okay. So I think you are not paid. The system.
Okay.
What we should draw strength from them, that is perseverance and consistency. That is the thing. Let us stop putting this fear factor. That fear should make us even to work more harder in order to fight for our nation, to remove ourselves from being what they want us to be. That is the bottom line, please. Go on, please.
Exactly. Mazi, you hit the point at which I was also coming to. You understand? But let us not forget that this same thing is something these groups are fighting to achieve. Even when you listen to their analysis, what they say, the media, interview them, they are openly telling you that they are going to conquer places. They mention places. Then
what are you doing? That is the problem. Is let that thing be a challenge. What are we doing? That is why we should double our efforts instead of fighting for our. This one we say. I say instead of fighting ourselves in a non-civilized manner. All these things. That is what they say. That is what they say. They are going to conquer you. It's a tree that they say they will cut. Please, I'm coming because we need to make wait. I will allow you to speak. We need to make this thing straight because many of our people used to think in one way that sometimes you cannot understand. They say this world is about the survival of the fittest. All that people, they say they want to come and conquer you in your land. And you start shaking. Hey, what are we going to do? It will double your effort to say these people they cannot do anything. Let us double our efforts in order to safeguard ourselves. Why can't you also go and conquer them? This is it's common sense. If we stay here, start talking about Onya, they will come and conquer us, and there's nothing you can do. If they use Islam to rally as their ideology, we use Biafra to rally as our ideology to resist them and conquer and take our land. That is what I'm saying, and that is the point I'm trying to make. Go on, please.
You are making a very good point. Yes, sir. Where we are going now, where I'm trying to head right now is now we have a leader who is championing this cause, and eventually our leader now is in the hand of enemies, the same people we are fighting to liberate ourselves from. And now these same people, these enemies, are using our own leaders, those who are of the same blood, the same people that we are. They are using.
They are not our leaders. They are politicians in our midst. Go on.
Okay, using these people to bring us down. Now, our leader is in their custody. This is a man who is championing the cause for Biafra, and whatever he says, whatever he do, moves. Now is right in their custody. What are we doing now? Because we are talking about now the Taliban. Now the Taliban fought to gain Afghanistan. We are talking about now how do we fight to gain our freedom. Then our leader is in their custody, in the custody of these people. Now, do not be offended. I don't want to be offended with what I want to say right now. We came up in a very strong agitation, that we are going to do this to free our leader and alert the entire world. It's going on in Nigeria. It started by locking down Eastern region. All of a sudden, today, I'm not opposing the DOS for doing that. They have their reasons. But I think because even at that time we were doing this, they come up with it. I was saying we have to even come up with it.
You are going back. Mazi, please. I don't want us to go.
Okay.
The order is there. That is what I'm saying. Stop. We are not going back again to start reiterating on what we have passed. This is not even DOS order per se. It's our leader's direct order. So we should not be repeating. This is a weakness. Do you know that when we come to repeat all these things, it's weakness to our enemies? That these people they are weak because they are ideologically weak. Okay. They are not disciplined. That is what it shows. So we should not be going back to what we have passed through. The other is the sit at home is suspended. The Monday sit at home is suspended for now. So why are you going to reiterate it? It's an order.
All right,
that's it. Please.
Okay, I've heard it is an order from our leader. Now, please, I want to make this very clear. We should not stop, and that is forms of, that is, agitations that will bring down the government to forcefully bring our, that is, to see reasons why they should release our leader. Because our leader cannot be in the hands of these idiots, and we are here. Some people are saying different things, that is bringing so many things, cooking up things, problems here and
Mazi,
there.
thank you, please. I think you have made your point. There is nothing, we cannot make them see reason. The zoo doesn't see reason. We force them. We are forcing them. And they must release our leader. That is the point. We are not, the zoo doesn't see reason. If they see reason, they shouldn't extraordinarily rendition our leader. So there is no reason about what we are doing. Things are being done even at the background. That is why we say, do it. And stop complaining on what you can or what this and that. That is, it shows weakness. That is the thing. Caller on signal, thank you for holding on, please. Welcome to the program. Can you hear me? Caller on signal, I can say, and can you hear me? This signal caller, let me see the name. I will not pick you again. Don't call this place again, please. If you call, you start listening, you just occupy the space for nothing. Please. Please don't call this signal. Don't call again. I'm telling you, otherwise I'll block you. I'm warning you. This is the second time I'm warning you. Caller on WhatsApp, welcome to the program. Can you hear me? Caller on WhatsApp, go on.
Hello, Mazi. Yes, good evening, sir. I heard Biafra.
Almost help Biafra, please.
My name is Chukwuemeka. Posting that he has arrested all the ESL in Ebony State and all the IPOB head of command. And the topic this year said that what you are fighting is an ideology, and nobody can defeat the ideology. Like what happened take over. So my question now is, as the woman is arrested for people and both, which time
please, somebody that is calling Telegram, I'm not, you are disturbing. Please, stop calling this Telegram. Use either signal, I will even remove the Telegram, please. You are disturbing the line. Mazi, go on, please.
So, yes, what I'm saying is that, when will we start arresting these politicians? Will we stay, they will let them arrest and kill all of us finish before we start doing something on them? Because enough is enough. When they do, they will come and they will be beating, claiming that so that other governors will do the same thing will happen to them. How can devil man will be posting that you have arrested all the ESM in Ebony State and all the people in Ebony State, and we are keeping quiet? Things I'm very afraid and very angry when I saw the post of what these politicians are doing, because they are telling us based on their political they don't want to hear what they are saying. They have seen what happened what Taliban did. They don't care. They look at what they were wanting the so-called brothers of these nations. About 800 jets is there. So, I'm very angry. Let's start doing something about these politicians, because they are our problem. Whatever thing we are passing, the politicians are the reason why we are passing that. They have killed us enough. They have arrested enough. So, we need to start doing something on this politician. Thank you, man, for putting my comments.
And you too. Thank you very much, my brother. And remain blessed. Please. I'm not taking call on Telegram, WhatsApp, direct line, and the signal. Please. I will even uninstall the Telegram because it's disturbing the line. Please stop calling me on Telegram. Stop calling me on Telegram. Caller on direct line, welcome to the program. Caller on signal, please hold on, I'll come to you. Caller on direct line, can you hear me?
Good evening, Alozie.
Welcome to the program.
But I'm calling from the Republic of Italy.
Welcome to the program.
I think to keep them alive for us. And I have a one of Biafra land. The number who is the African in Arabia Israel. And today we see starting and carrying the indicator of the enemy. What is happening? It is the great. Already the great. It's not easy. Now, I think we can of us alive. And we like you shall enter Japan land after the break. So what I want to say is this. You know, we talk about the agenda. Nigeria has no any agenda. Nigeria is not a nation because a country is a people share common agenda, common ideology. I want to say. So Nigeria is not a country. That is why we don't have common ideology. They like to believe in Sharia, and they are coming. I will never blame them because they are fighting for the own cause to live on. Families are fighting for their own identity. What is that ideology? Set up to counter other people with their own ideology in the name of Israel. And they are doing it. They are going to achieve what they want due to the developing world in that particular area. The developing world to call themselves in Nigeria. They have never seen the hand up in the world. That is why Islamists are doing it. Now, the so-called Christians in Nigeria, they are thinking of showing their t-shirt and showing their jeep, buying Homer, buying aircraft, building marathon. They have never seen the hand up in that Islam has come to take Nigeria. That is why you see ICC in that jeep. You see Al-Qaeda, you see Flamenco, you see Boko Haram. Are fighting for one to achieve their own ideology. It's Islamic State. But their greatest allies, their headquarters, Afghanistan, have won the battle. Now, how did the people in Nigeria feel that they are safe? Because Afghanistan is going to give them more 100% support. They are going to give them everything they need in order to achieve the Islamic State they are fighting for in Nigeria because they share the same agenda, they share the same ideology with Afghanistan. This is when the so-called Christians need to come and rally up on Hanabiti. Wherever you are you from the Middle Belt? Are you from the Bidua? Are you from the Co-Adwana? I joined the movement to the part of Hanabiti, Fulani is the third best. So they have been saying it in Nigeria belongs to them, and that is their land. And they are fighting to in order to conquer everywhere with their own identity in the name of Islam. The politicians in our land, which Fulani in now that are the agents of Fulani fighting for their own stomach, have never seen the hand on the walls. For how many years now, America have prophesied that Islam coming to take over Nigeria? The so-called Nigerians are single and happening. They look at the state. They see what is happening in Afghanistan. The Afghanistan Christians they have run away. All run away. Now some are fighting in order to enter American cargo in order to run away from the country and the country to go and seek country identity of which because of they can be able to bear the law that's coming. That's Sharia law. Now the so-called in Nigeria are still sleeping. They are still clapping and dancing and showing their t-shirts and the car and buildings and their jets. They know that a greater war is coming because the Afghanistan is going to sponsor them to the last in order to conquer the threat as Islamic State. Because Afghanistan, very soon, Afghanistan is going to be the headquarters of Islamic State. But if they don't know what is coming, they are busy looking for money. We do not be influenced with the so-called political beggars in our land, the Islamic citizens in our land, the Islamic agents in our land.
Thank you, Mazi.
I them to achieve that. But I know with Mahadike, you can never put them in our land. But they can conquer another place in our land. We shall fight them to the last standing. That's what I want to say. Nigeria is not a country. Nigeria has no ideology.
Thank you very much. Caller on signal, Pastor OTC. Welcome to the program. Caller on WhatsApp, hold on, I'll come to you. Mazi OTC, can you hear me? Hello? Caller on. Why are you people wasting time before speaking? Go on, please.
My name is Alozie. I came from Abriva. Abriva is a Biafra land, hinterland, the riverine area of Biafra land.
Go on, please.
Yes. Yeah, this evening I want to contribute many things because the news of today is wonderful. First, I want to go back to your Twitter. When you read the news, the Twitter. You know, our people think they are very smart people, and they are so they can corner everything. If you check today inside our Biafra land today, and also in Nigeria, you discover that our Biafra land now having the beer now. You see their beer now, they are very growing beer, and they think tomorrow they can become part of the Islam. No. But there is something that happened today I want to share with Biafra. This is the information I want to pass just by. You know that British now are joining in Afghanistan soldiers to work in a road checking point, and automatically they are going to build an ally. An ally they are going to be able to come and conquer our land. But that's why we need to be careful. And if you check what is going on today, Germans say that they are going to work with them in humanitarian form, that they are not going to cut their ties. And also, if you see, the country I'm living today are becoming their enemy, and America now. And if you check very well, the Republicans, if they are the one that in the authority, those things that they are beating American people in Afghanistan cannot happen, because the Republicans, they will make sure that the Americans, they will rescue their people from there. But another thing that we need to understand is Afghanistan today.
Mazi, please, can I come in here? Why are we now obsessed with this Afghanistan issue? This is a very big question.
People not understand. What we are receiving or what we are learning from them is they reduce the oppressors. They are fighting for what belongs to them. They are not terrorists. Because people think they are terrorists. They are not terrorists. They are the indigenous of the land. The thing they are fighting for is what belongs to them. It's something like we Biafra. We are fighting for what belongs to us. Like when Britain come to our land, they change our system. They change our language. They even our integrity. Come.
Mazi, are you still there?
I see there. If you take the integrity, our writing, the body sheet, we don't have any integrity, because integrity is like ABCD. And now we copy from them. If tomorrow it will become our own, then we are going to go back to our integrity, which belongs to us. I used to tell some people, I said there is a two pyramids in Africa. One is in Egypt and one is in Biafra land. But people don't understand there is a two pyramid. And the world just hide it from the people, and they hide it book of the world, because in Africa, that is a typical lie. All hail Biafra.
Almost hail Biafra. Thank you very much. Caller on WhatsApp, please hold on. Let me say this thing, please, before we move on. You know, sometimes our people are jittery, just for being jittery, for jittery's sake. I don't know why many of our people are obsessed with Taliban, Afghanistan. Let me tell you, Afghanistan is among the poorest countries in the world. Do you know that? More than 42% of Afghanistan's total population lives below the poverty line. So, I don't know. You know, is it that we too follow the Western media that have corrupted too much our mindset? Why is it? Oh, they will come. They will like. What about Saudi Arabia? Do you know that Saudi Arabia is one of the richest countries? Do you understand that? And what they are doing, their own pattern of ideology and religion is even they sponsor different things. So why are we obsessed with people that liberated their country and from foreign powers, that it should spur us into more force? It should give us more force that look, perseverance pays, consistency pays, and all we are saying, hey, Islamize. Come on. People that attacked them, they are not terrorists. Let us be reasonable, please. Let us not be reasoning only one-sided all the time. We should draw from their progress. That is the only thing we should learn. Nothing more. That it doesn't matter what it takes. It doesn't matter the power you have. You as a foreigner, power belongs to the people. That is it. Caller on WhatsApp, welcome to the program. Can you hear me?
I can hear you, Mazi. Good evening from here. My name is Oduduala. I'm calling from Oduduala. Okay, my name is Magobuchi. I'm calling from Oduduala. Please, I must first of all thank you so much for the good work you're doing. I must congratulate the HOG for the good work you're doing. Or mostly at times like this. I must say, people mostly, I don't know why, you're like wise as you said, people are shivering and they are thinking of maybe for the Afghanistan case, taking it as something, just worried about it. Okay, if most people are worried about it, of this, the outcome in Afghanistan, what we should be thinking is, what are the way to prevent it? If people is worried about what will happen in Nigeria, okay, what our way to prevent it? So, but that's not our problem for today. That's not our problem for today. We have one agenda, and that's to restore Biafra, and that's our agenda for now. So, I must say, I want to say this to Biafrans all over the world, even Biafra in Biafra land, wherever you are. Our leader set a goal before he was abducted in Kenya, and most of us have forgotten it. And for those, I encourage those who do not forget about this. He said we should be reading a book of Psalm, and many of us forget to read this book of Psalm. They always come on social media to comment, to post, because things of social media you can easily do and think of getting away with it, forgetting that we are still reading the book of Psalm. Many people forgot to read the book of Psalm. What they are signs, the distraction all over the distraction from the zoo, distraction from people who are not reasoning. I don't know why people who found themselves to be a student of Radio Biafra can be distracted. What have you learned for a long while if you can't understand some things and reason well before coming up with a conclusion of some things? It's quite unfortunate and it's quite disheartening for some of our people. But I must appreciate those who understand the struggle and the state we are into today. So I will not say much, Mazi Nnamdi. Thank you so much for that call. Thank you. And mostly my appreciation and my thanks goes to the HOD. Many thanks to him for the good work he's doing. I thank all their fans who are knowing the work that's going ahead and who that is observing the order, no matter how it comes from. The order must be obeyed, and that is what all we should do. So thank you so much from here.
Thank you and remain blessed. There we
Yes.
caller on direct line. Welcome to the program. Your name and where you calling from. Caller on direct line. Caller on WhatsApp. Hold on, I'll come to direct line. Caller on direct line. Can you go on, please? Can you hear me? No, he cannot hear me. I don't know what is happening. Caller on WhatsApp. Welcome to the program. Can you hear me? Caller on WhatsApp.
Yes, I can hear you.
Welcome to the program, Mazi.
Mazi Nnamdi, may God bless you.
And you too.
I pray for our leader, may God Almighty, Chukwuemeka, be with him and protect him and never allow the hand of the enemy to them with plan. In Jesus' mighty name I pray. Amen. Mazi Nnamdi, I hear all what he says. I think his capital truth, there is no way to argue it. I think our people in Igbo say in Igbo adage, I think what I want to say is I just want to our leader is before they kidnap him from in Kenya. I think there is the thing he have put on the floor that like he said there will be no checking point in Biafra land anymore, police checking point, and he said there will be no election in Biafra land anymore until referendum. Even Anambra State, I said that there must be no election, but now those criminals begin to run the same campaign, and they are already now called Surudu, and to me that Surudu is more dangerous than this Supreme Court governor. Surudu imposed there as a governor state, kill billions of people. He will kill the whole Anambra State, because if you look at him, and he wants to kill for 8 years to retain the power to reach his turn next 8 years. So I'm not giving the DOS suggestion to begin to come out on the air at least minimum 2 times in a week, as our gas is coming on the air twice in a week, and the upgrade people. Also, all these problems that are rising up, as our leader is countering them, like police checking. Our leader is begin to counter them again for them, as our leader is doing, because they are our leader and they represent our leader. So that people should not be think that the is to be coming on the air to be upgrading us. And I want to say, there's one man I see in Duma State dressed like Fulani. He said they have been there for since 1889, that they are Fulanis and this and that. I think that is a dangerous statement, and nobody have replied to that man. All these statements they are making, they say that the oil in Delta State belongs to they say that the ocean belongs to them because they have 75% of Nigeria. All this statement is in the internet. Maybe in 50 years, all these things will come out. They can use it to do anything. Apply them. And
they are saying in 50 years, they're not using it now. The only solution is what we are doing to separate ourselves from that zoo called Nigeria. That is only so what we are doing. That is it. We do practical. That is it. Go on, my brother, and round up.
So please, if you this will be coming out every week to be addressing us at least minimum 2 times. Nowadays is addressing us sometimes 2 times in a day when it's like this. Because these politicians can take advantage now, and before October they will deceive people.
There will be no advantage. IPOB, people IPOB is an institution. Whatever that is going on, work is going very hard to counter it. So, Mazi Nnamdi came up, I think, is it not yesterday? So, we should yes, it's yesterday. So, what we are doing here on Radio Biafra is to continue reiterating on our leader's command. That is it, and policy of IPOB. That is the only thing. So we continue listening. These people, let me tell you, leave them, let them run like a rabbit or run like a, kangaroo. All these politicians. IPOB have the final say because we are the people. Just
please, man, what I want to ask you, what of this man that say he's in Fulani in Already? That is just since 1889 that
let me ask you, where was Azikiwe born? Is he not in Zungeru in 18 something? Don't you have Ezendibo in Kasina? The only thing is this: any person can make any statement, any person can talk anything, but what are you doing in order to make sure that you are not conquered? That is what matters, and that is what we are doing. Everybody should double his effort. We know that under Nigeria, all these things are coming to pass. Under Nigeria, you no matter what you want to do, as far as you are under that contraption called Nigeria, Britain has set up Nigeria to be a Fulani field. That is it, and that is what we have seen, and that is why all should put hand together in order for us to exit that contraption. That is the only thing. It doesn't matter. This person will come and say. This person will come and say. We know their plan is to conquer. Is to conquer, nothing more. So are we going to stay there to be conquered? We better move out and separate, and their conquests we finish. That's it. Otherwise, everybody, every living thing will perish. It's a promise our leader have made them.
Okay, thank you, and God bless you, and God bless all Biafrans. Thank you.
They will remain blessed too. We must continue. Caller on, is it Signal? I think I have somebody, a caller on Signal. Are you? No. I don't see anybody on Signal any longer. Caller on WhatsApp, can you hear me? Caller on WhatsApp, can you hear me? No. I don't know what happened. The number just cut off. So what I'm saying is this: everything that is happening in this world, the world is a free place, whereby as long as you can get away with something, do it as a people. I mean, you understand? So we should not be always crying as victims without doing nothing. That is why our leader started by doing something about our situation, and we should also follow. We should also follow and be disciplined and follow the way. That is what I'm saying. Caller on WhatsApp, can you hear me? Welcome to the program. Caller on WhatsApp, stop listening to your radio, please. Talk to me direct through the phone. Can you hear me for the last time? My goodness.
I can hear. Good evening, sir, and
welcome to the program.
Thank you. My name is JOHNATHAN CHINEDU, calling from Biafra. I want to thank you for your good work, and I also want to thank the HOG for his good work as well.
Can you off your listening device, because I'm hearing my voice at the background, please.
Sorry, it's off already.
Okay, go on.
I want to thank you. Good work towards struggle. I also want to thank the HOD, especially his broadcast yesterday. He opened the eyes of all Biafrans. In fact, so many people were confused before, but after his yesterday's broadcast, many people come to realize that what they were thinking before or what they were hearing before is just the voices of the enemy. So I appreciate your work, and I appreciate him as well. I also want to encourage you to continue. We that are here on the ground, we will never give up. We continue until Biafra is restored. Hello. That God will, our leader, say.
Call on direct line. I'll come to you. Hold the line, please.
You know, us in the struggle. Thank you.
Thank you, Mazi. Thank you. Caller on direct line. Can you hear me? Caller on direct line. Welcome to the program.
Thank you very much. My name is Chidi. The topic that you are discussing is quite important for our survival. Ideology is the key. We are here today complaining because to our people, all they know is politics, who becomes governor, who becomes this, who becomes that. Nobody is thinking about our collective interest until our leader came and then brought up IPOB and united us under one umbrella and under one ideology. And that is why he always ended his broadcast by saying that Biafra is our religion. Until that sinks into our heads, there is probably anything that we'll do that will work. And that is why you see our people always complaining Fulani has taken over. Why won't Fulani take over? Fulani has a plan right from day one. And they have been working their plan. It doesn't matter how bad the plan is and how wobbly the plan is. As long as they have a plan and they have a strategy, they are going to dominate the person or the tribe or the group that do not have a plan, that do not have any ideology, nothing they stand for, nothing they work for. That is why all our people are interested in how much do you have, how much can you give, how much. It's all about buying and selling, just making money for individual purposes. So I think this issue of ideology, which a lot of us has come to imbibe from the training and from the teachings of our leader, is something that needs to be re-emphasized and re-emphasized without, getting tired. We need to key into this ideology of Biafra. It doesn't matter. I mean, some people think Biafra is like buying and selling. You start today and tomorrow you get it. No, it's not like that. This thing can last 100 years. After all, Britain, England and France fought a 100-year war. This thing can last generations. But as long as we are consistent, we hand it over from one generation to another. At the end of the day, we will get what we want. We will get the respect that we deserve. It's quite disheartening. Sometimes people come on the air and ask, what are we doing? What are we doing? Our leader is in this place. Our leader, what happened to our leader is not, it didn't take him by surprise. He always says that 3 places a freedom fighter can be: in detention, in jail, he can be in prison, he can be dead or exiled. So our leader is not, it didn't take him by surprise. I don't know why our people keep hammering on all this. Even those people that keep asking, what are we going to do? Have they been paying their dues? Have they been contributing the money that is necessary for us to even execute the thing that IPOB needs to execute to free our leader? Have they been doing that? Or all they want is to come out on the street and be making a noise and people will be killed? I mean, I think that thing should stop. Our people, if people are asking those questions genuinely, they should think about it and stop all those self-pity kind of questions. Do you get anybody free by just demonstrating on the street? The strategy that the DOS is using is what we should just keep behind the DOS, the leadership, and then forget about complaining. Our people should stop complaining. That's my contribution, brother. Thank you so much.
Thank you. I remain blessed, my brother. Thank you. Please, welcome to the program. Where are you calling from? Can you hear me?
Yeah, Mazi Jonathan, Udo the
Kwarage.
My name is Mr. Ilebunam, and I'm calling from Sweden. Mazi Jonathan, I will start to greet you for the wonderful work you are doing for Biafra. I appreciate you because you're doing it. Mazi Jonathan, I always call you a lecturer because I mean, most time when I listen to your programs, I used to be so satisfied. But I'm very happy, man, if you can put this some of your program on WhatsApp and send it on Facebook, because it will go a long far if most of our brothers and sisters, all Biafra, will be listening to all your program, because they're so educative and it always have a lot of insight. So my contribution on this program this evening is this. I mean, to be a very great thing for us that we Biafrans can take this Biafra as our ideology, as you said. You know, the problem we have, I think we Biafran have, is because of religion. Religion has took us backwards so much, because I think we got the those who come to colonize us, they give us the wrong ideology of life, and we're able to, I mean, we foolishly drop what we are and drop our own ways of life. I think that is the problem we are having. But I must say that this current generation of Biafrans, we are doing a great thing, because under the couple of, let me say, 8 years to 10 years now, our leader Nnamdi Kanu came up. I mean, there is a tremendous change. We Biafra, we have started thinking a different way. Anybody that is a student of Nnamdi Kanu today, I mean, our ideologies have changed. So I think we Biafrans are doing a great thing by trying to take out, I mean, try to change our ways of life, how God made us from the beginning. So I think we are working hard, and I pray that the Almighty God will be with us. See? And I will also use the opportunity to call Chinasa, because I listened to his question and answer. That was about 3 days ago. I think it was so wonderful. And I will ask him to, I mean, even once in a week, because I really took a lot of insight during that question of answer. He did a very great work. And the position we are right now, we need something like that, at least once in a while, once in a week, or even, it depends how he has his chances. At least their friends can be able to ask some certain questions, because communication and information is power in everything we are doing. So thank you very much, Mr. Jonathan, and I so much appreciate you. And remember to be putting some of your brokers on WhatsApp.
It is on Facebook and even on YouTube. Yeah. Many Biafrans are recording it. There,
yeah, thank you very much.
Thank you, I remember.
Yeah,
we must continue. This is Radio Biafra House-a-Service coming to you through the auspices of Radio Biafra, London. My name remains Mazi Nnamdi Kanu from Olu province of Biafra land. And we must continue. I think, let me also repeat our call lines, because people used to complain that I used to do it only once. Our direct line is +1 213 328 6224. I repeat, +1 213 328 6224. Our WhatsApp and Signal line only is +61 405 142 547. I repeat, +61 405 142 547. Caller on WhatsApp, welcome to the program. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Welcome to the program, Mazi.
Brother. Mazi, I can hear you.
Mazi, go on.
Okay,
almost heard Biafra.
Biafra, my name is Michael Chukwuemeka. I'm from Norumba, Biafra land, calling you from my location. I want to thank all our spiritual officers, DOS, all the broadcasters, our Onyendu, and every one of us that is in this struggle, serving with their whole mind, the heart. I want to say that what is happening today in Afghanistan is a very big opportunity for us to look at them and know that what they are fighting for their survival. In the same way, we shouldn't see it as an opportunity for Fulani to invade us. No, it is an opportunity for us to know that what we are fighting for is the same way other people are fighting for their own survival. America, Russia, Soviet Union went to Afghanistan. I've been to East Europe. I see
monuments of young people that was slaughtered in Afghanistan. They were all young people. What are you fighting for there? America overthrew.
Is it your country?
Yeah, is it your country? America overthrew the, what do you call them, Soviet Union. Now they take over. They were now humiliated the same way they humiliate them in Vietnam. Anybody who is thinking that these people are indispensable, these people are invisible, man, the person is wasting his time. Biafra, this is a very opportunity. This is a people who should look up to Afghanistan and do exactly what they do to the foreign invaders, to our so-called politicians, because they are, and all those who are the sabotaging what we are doing. We are going to do exactly what Afghanistan do if we don't know what to do. Our people are very wise, but sometimes it seems like we have to call everything by name before we can do it. When they tell us stop, you stop. We tell you move, move. This is what made us to be where we are today. I see no reason why we should be waiting for order from anybody. Order has been given a very long time. All we need now is when they tell you, okay, stop, pedal, stop, pedal. But keep on doing what, there are things we don't need anybody to tell us to do. Afghanistan fighting for their land. We must fight for our land. Fulani cannot take our land unless we agree for them to take over our land. But for the fact to have reason up to fight for our land, nobody should come to our land and go scot-free. It's our land. That's why America and all of them, with all their technology, they were not able to defeat the indigenous Afghanistan. It's their way of life. These people never go to Europe and tell Europe, you must change their way of life and start following our own. It is them Europe that goes everywhere, scavenging, destroying. End of the day, they run out and they abandon everywhere, run away. The same thing they're trying to do in our land. So we must use our brain to know that since we don't know how to mold Ogene, Afghanistan have turned to Egbe for us to know how to do the thing. So all hail Biafra.
Almost hail Biafra. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. You know, when people, there's something I'll call on signal. I'll come to you, please. When some people, when our leader, sometimes he said that we are going to wear these people out. People don't know. We, through our actions, we wear them out as the Taliban's wore both the Soviet Union and the Americans out. It is their land. The person you are waiting in your house, you don't get tired. He's a visitor, he will come, every place. If you only cry and allow foreigners to come and conquer you, you are weak. That is what it means. Take an example from what happened by the Taliban. It is their way of life. Nobody should impose on you how you, be a Nigerian. And you say, okay, sir, for peace to reign, I'm a Nigerian. Now you are dying. Our people are dying. Everything, nothing is moving on. Our talents are, are limited. So why will you agree? That is the problem. So we should take example from them and be more consistent in our ideology. Caller on Signal, welcome to the program. Caller on Signal, can you hear me? Caller on Signal, can you hear me?
Yes, sir. Good evening, sir.
Welcome to the program.
Good afternoon, sir. My name is I'm calling from Biafra land. So,
please, can you stop the radio at your background? I don't know.
Let me stop it, sir. Sorry.
Let our people know this. Our leader, since he's been broadcasting, have been saying this. If you call, get out from where you can hear radio, or you off it, to turn it down direct, because it's disturbing. Go on, my brother.
Okay, sir. I said I'm calling from Biafra land.
Go on.
So, sir, there was one thing you said the other time. You said about majority percentage of IPOB members most of them are not listening to Radio Biafra.
Of course,
So-
I maintain it.
Okay, so I got an evidence today because I've been discussing with people, telling them that about the sit at home, how the head of directorate came on air and said that this order came from the highest command. So as I was trying to tell them, so they told me that there are two of them. They are IPV members, and they told me their zones. So they said that why I started discussing with them is that they were telling market women that none of them should come out on Monday. That if they see anybody on Monday, they will kill that person, or the person will not live again. So I started discussing with them. I started narrating to them that there is need right information, that they shouldn't be listening to information that are not
Gossips.
or that our leader said where you will get right or correct information is in Radio Biafra. I don't ask them. They said they are happy members, and I see them. So I asked them, when last did they listen to Radio Biafra? They said, the other one said it's last 2 weeks. The other one said that he hasn't been listening to Radio Biafra. And I said, this is the problem. That Mazi Jonathan said this, and I've confirmed it, that many people in IPU, they don't listen to Radio Biafra. I don't know where they get. So many of them, they used to get their information through some person. Maybe the person will go and
hand the information.
Yes. So I want to tell our people. I even encouraged them, and I told him because it was about 7 o'clock. So I told 7 p.m. I told him to on his radio because our radio is on here. But I used to listen through IPV community radio. So I told them I encourage listening to Radio Biafra so that because it is in Radio Biafra they will get first-hand information. So I even referred to them to the brokers our HOD had yesterday. So you find out that after some minutes, so they started understanding the angle I'm coming. So they now asked me, okay, are you saying that the sit at home has been cancelled? Yes, I said yes, that it was cancelled and the order came from our leader. So, but initially they were calling me saboteur. They were calling me all sorts of names. But I was able to explain to them. So concerning I wanted just to say that I was sorry, sir. I was calling before. I was the person that you said you blocked, but I'm so sorry about that. This thing was in my heart, so I wanted to say it so that at least you have to know what you people will do, so that our people, most of IPU members, so that they will start listening. So that they will start listening to, so that many of them will not be deceived easily. So that's what I will say in that aspect. So concerning the programs about the ideology, what I want to say is that there is no way a conflicting ideology will work together. There is no way. And then our ideology and their own ideology, they are contradicting each other, and we can never work together. I remember the word of our leader. He said that American system was built on Judeo-Christian foundation. That is was by Judaism and Christian. It was founded on. So, but when Islam and the Christianity forms a foundation, you know that they will be contradicting each other. So, and that's how Biafra will be built, because many of us are Christians and Jews, Judaism. So I want to say, may God bless you, sir, for what you are doing, because I've been listening through your program. I've been gaining a lot of knowledge. So what I can say is that keep it up, sir. God bless our leader.
Thank you.
God bless our history. Thank you, sir.
And you too. Thank you very much. Caller on WhatsApp, welcome to the program. Can you hear me?
Yes, good evening.
Welcome to the program. Mazi, please raise your voice a bit.
Yeah, my name is Mazi Nnamdi. I'm from Istanbul, Turkey. Yeah, Mazi Jonathan, the day that Mazi Nnamdi have a program of question and answer, I called more than 500 times.
I'm sorry. No.
It was quite unfortunate that I did not pick my call, because I know that many people are calling.
Of course,
on
that day I had many missed calls, honestly.
And I hope Mazi Nnamdi, our Director of Head of State, they are listening to this program. I want to ask them some questions. First, my question goes like this. Is that any law in IPOB that not allow people, even there is a zone that is holding maybe their monthly dues, maybe like 3 months, they are not allowed to protest? Is that any law against any member or any zone?
Come again.
Yeah, like a zone that is holding for the monthly dues that have not paid, as every country is doing protest. Is there anything? Are they supposed to do protest, or because of they have not paid for maybe like 3 months?
No, it doesn't. It doesn't. The question, the answer is very simple. Payment or non-payment of monthly dues, arrears of monthly dues, doesn't prevent you from organizing protests abroad.
Okay, thank you.
That's it. It's very simple.
Okay, thank you. And we also have the Director of Head of State do not allow IPOB in Turkey to do protests because of our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. I want to know.
Sorry, whether the DOS doesn't allow Turkey to do protests.
Our national coordinator, our national IPOB Turkey national coordinators and the executive, they told us that the Director of Head of State do not allow Turkey to do protests. We asked them what is the problem. They said Turkey, IPOB in Turkey has problem with Turkey's government. The next one, we asked them why. They said Abdelkadim, the white man that visited director, then in Biafra land, they said Interpol or whatever, I don't even remember what they call them. They're after the man. Then after we make movement to the white man said he has no problem with IPOB. And IPOB here in Turkey, we are paying our dues, our tax in everything, in government. So we went to the extent, we went to police here to get permit to protest. Turkey's government give us permit to protest. The next thing, come on, our national coordinator called us, said that protest must not hold. We asked him why. He said, Director of Head of State said that IPOB Turkey should not do shaker. Alozie.
No, there's a mix-up there. Please, you know what? No, listen. You know what? This is something that you have to inbox me so that we talk about it. Iron it out.
He knows about it. So IPOB, one thing I want to stress, I hope our Director of Head of State is listening. Please, Nigeria Embassy is controlling IPOB in Turkey. That's what I want. Nigeria Embassy and the Nigeria community is controlling us through our national coordination.
Mazi, as I said before, we have to talk about this privately so that we get it resolved before we mix up issues.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you very much, and remain blessed and focused. You know, what we should understand is that we must be consistent in what we are doing, in our ideology. Ideological consistency, that is the key word. Caller on WhatsApp. Can you hear me? Caller on WhatsApp. Welcome to the program. Caller on WhatsApp, can you hear me?
Hello?
Yes, caller on WhatsApp, can you hear me? Go on, please.
Thank you. Hello, Jonathan.
Mazi, go on, please. Go on, go on, go on, go on.
Okay. My name is Chukwuemeka. I'm native from Isiago, Biafra land. This is my Jonathan. I greet Jonathan. I greet my leader. Our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, for a time like this. Honestly, I have listened for so many people comments, and I have to support some people that make comments that the DOS will make it to time at least once or two times a week to enlighten our people for what is going on, so that people will hear and believe and understand. I got some people from our today. They say that a radio about FM is not working. Almost 1 week now. And so many of them are still believing that they are going to sit at home on Monday, which I try to explain to them. What is that Monday, sit at home has been cancelled. What am I trying to say is this? The people who take care of this radio will do everything humanly possible to make sure that this radio is working well, because not everybody has the money to buy the big phone and start paying for the internet to hear the news, because people are poor, people are suffering in that place. Again, I want to put my own advice to the DOS. If let them put in place that there will be no election in Biafra land. Because when you watch out, what is happening in Nigeria is terrible. It's terrible. What they know is election every 4 years. Those people who say that they are senators, they are governors, they are House of Representatives. Who are they representing? If your people are killing day by day, you cannot make a statement. Then, who are you representing? So it is better that when they give order, let there be no election anymore. Anything that is going to happen, let it happen. Because each time I listen for what is happening in Igbo land, or in Biafra in general, I got very, very annoyed. You say you are a governor. Your people are killing day
by day, you are helping to kill your people. And you are busy waiting for election. And people are waiting. Once or 2 times a week. One, like Chinasa for question and answer. And the DOS, their own side. That one will represent our leader. The south side is coming to radio 1 or 2 times a week to bring people's mind up, to tell them where to go and where not to go. So let them come up from time to time.
Mazi,
so
I think you have made the point. You are repeating it.
It is very, very important.
Thank you.
Because people are very, very interested to hear from them from time to time.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. I remember blessed. I think you've had your suggestion. You have the right to make any suggestion here as far as it is reasonable. That is who we are. I think we are inching closer to towards the end of this program. What we are telling our people, because this is a disease, I'm telling you. You know, one thing about people should understand is, listening to Radio Biafra, this platform is our rallying point. Do you understand? You know, like the example one of the callers gave, when he met people acting ignorantly, the reason being that they were not, or they are not listening to Radio Biafra. So they don't know when they say go or come. You see the problem. So that is it. Let me pick this call. Caller on direct line. Welcome to the program. Can you hear me? Caller on direct line. Can you hear me?
Hello.
Yes, caller on direct line. Please, the platform is yours.
Hello.
My goodness. Caller on direct line. Can you hear me? I don't know, it's not hearing me. Caller on WhatsApp, can you hear me? Welcome to the program.
Yes, good evening, sir.
Welcome to the program.
Thank you very much. You are doing a tremendous job for your people, and Chukwuemeka will strengthening you, sir.
You too.
Without taking much of our time, thank you very much. I only have a few to chip in. One is about the Afghanistan issue. I've addressed the issue. Why are we so much interested about what took place in Afghanistan?
Not even interested.
People that fought for their rights.
Obsessed.
Thank you. That's correct word to use. Obsessed. Thank you very much. My concern is not about the Taliban, because the same Americans. My main concern is not about them taking over what belongs to them. My main concern is that since the Americans and the Great Britain are defeated in Afghanistan, they are now shifting their foot soldiers from places to places. And I asked, why is it that Africa must partake in this their shenanigan? For instance, they shifted 2,000 people and made them Afghanistans to Uganda. That they are foot soldiers. Because Uganda, I believe, have mineral resources. And again, the Prime Minister of Britain, that was 2 days ago, through his press statement, said that they are free to come and reside in Britain. That means he is welcoming them to re-strategize to go and occupy people's land for them. Well, understood the politics they are playing. But I can assure you that this time around, it is not going to be work out for them again in Biafra land. Because our leader has done an incredible job by working in our consciousness. Again, please, sir, I don't know if I should tell me the kind of advice or suggestion. In fact, you help me out. I don't know what have been going on social media. Should I say few moments now? It's not encouraging at all. Mostly from those who are supposed to know better. Kind of chip into the second in command of this family of IPOB, which is the HOD and DOS. I believe you guys are in position to tell anyone who is going out of the structure or who is stepping to the toes of those that power is entrusted into their hand. What is going on against our chief finance officer is uncalled for.
Mazi, this is not what we are going to be speaking or talking here. What goes on social media, there's no way we can control the social media, but the issue is if any family member that is found wanting on social media, he will be disciplined, and that is who we are, and that is what we are doing. So no need of repeating all these
exactly, sir. It's not. I'm not bringing it for us to discuss it. What you said is where I'm heading to. There should be discipline. The director should sit up to their responsibility.
They are doing
not allow things to go out of hand before they intervene.
They are doing it.
Yes, yeah. That is where I'm not bringing this for us to discuss it as a topic. No, that's not my intentions.
Thank you.
Thank you very much for the declarations also.
Thank you.
I also want to advise our people here, foremost in Senegal. I reside here in Senegal, Mazi Nnamdi from Dakar in Senegal. Our people should also sit up. We need everybody collective effort to achieve our aim. That is my point of calling tonight. God bless you, sir. God bless you. I stand by.
And you too. Thank you. Thank you. Caller on direct line, your name and where you calling from? Caller on direct line.
Bless you. I am Mazi Nnamdi. I am calling from my location, Mazi Jonathan.
Welcome to the program. Caller, can you hear me?
Yes, Mazi Jonathan. Good evening.
Welcome to the program. I don't know, the other caller just went off like that. Whether it's the 8th time, I don't know. Go on, please.
Okay, my brother. Yeah, I want to thank you for your good work, and I want to thank IPOB presenters for their good work. And we thank our Mazi Nnamdi Kanu for what he has, for opening our eyes for the first time. Mazi, I just want to add on my own in this. If this simple soldier can be active more than a physical one. This thing, I wouldn't want our HOD and the US to be coming online, so that people will be identifying them and knowing all of them. When we didn't know them, nobody have been coming up to tell us do this or do that. Some of us are requesting for some of them to be coming back every week to do question and answer. Please, I don't buy that idea. Our Hamadika have been doing this work for more than 10 years now, teaching us. What have we done with what we learned from all those things that we have learned, we have been hearing every day? What have we done as a family? So this thing, that's their request. I don't buy that idea on my own. So I say my own opinion. And also sometimes when those our legal team went to visit our leader, when they finish that their meeting, I suggest they should stop having those media interview with anybody at all. If there is any discussion, should go direct to the DOS and the head of DOS. They should not be granting any interview for now.
Thank you. I don't know. Are you still there? No. As I said, I'm heading towards the You see, opinion and counter opinion, and that's it. I will take this caller on WhatsApp. He will be the last caller, please, Mazi. Last caller, please. Caller on WhatsApp, welcome to the program. You are going to be the last caller, please. Can you hear me? Caller on WhatsApp, can you hear me? Caller on WhatsApp for the last time, can you hear me? No. Caller on WhatsApp, let me take another caller as far as you missed the call. Caller on WhatsApp, can you hear me? Welcome to the program. You know, Mazi, before you say something, let me say this. You know, some people, let me say, you fall with your earpiece. It can be faulty, it can be, you know, mixing up, maybe the Bluetooth or anything can be mixing up. Once you call, it's better you remove your earpiece, talk directly through the phone, in order to stop, you know, complicating issues. I hope this is what went wrong with this other caller. You call, remove your earpiece, talk direct through the phone, and you know, it will be clear, crystal clear. God Almighty. Caller, go on, Mazi. Go on, please.
Yeah, good evening, Mazi. My name is Paul, calling from Gabon.
Welcome to the program.
Yeah, Mazi. For a long time, I've been trying to, you know, for the past 2 weeks now, Biafra is very hot, and sometimes your call may not go through because people want to come on air. So what I'm trying to say this evening that you people are doing the mob. That shows that what I've been saying on this Radio Biafra. Some people are laying it, and some other people will see and not understand what is said. First of all, I want to give this suggestion. I don't know whether the DOS are listening to me. The suggestion I want to give is that all IPOB in diaspora for now. I know that this is our oath we take. I'm sure is the time for us to review those oaths. That means if you are coming to the meeting, you buy water and you buy salt for taking another oath. That means you have to buy it. Nobody will give you salt or water. That means you buy salt and the water with your money and bringing it to meeting. When the oath is going on, after taking the oath, you put the salt inside the water and you drink it, so that people will review this oath, because some people are misbehaving. Some saboteurs within our means. When you are going to say this thing now, you see what is going to happen, so that we can continue what we are fighting for. Because some saboteurs is in our means, trying to disturb what we are doing, because know that IPOB is formidable, and this flame in our midst, we must to drive them away. Find something to drive them away. Because all of them are running. They are running because they cannot stand the rock of Chukwuemeka. So I'm pleading to the DOS to take their responsibility, continue doing what they know to do, because our leaders teach them a lot. Because this struggle must continue, must fight for the release of our leader. Our leader must be released, and the Biafra nation must have our referendum any moment as possible. So, Mazi, I don't have much to say. All I can say is that kudos to the IPOB. We must remain focused. We must not be distracted with some fluff. And we must do something about these politicians in our midst. No campaign, no election in Biafra land until we have our referendum. Thank you.
Thank you.
God bless.
Thank you. Thank you. And with this, I'm going to switch off the phones. Thank you very much. Thank you and thank you. What I was saying before, our people should understand that Radio Biafra is our rallying point. If you don't listen to Radio Biafra, you must be listening to gossips. Only what you listen to is on social media, mostly Facebook and WhatsApp voice messages. You are not doing yourself any good. You are confusing yourself. You know, it's just like unit command in the war front. Not listening to their radio. I mean their communication gadget, their radio. They are alone. They will not know what is happening. They will not know when they say go or stop. That is the thing. You know, it's very pathetic that many of our comrades in this struggle, they have outgrown listening to Radio Biafra. It is highly ridiculous. That is why you see them, they start telling you nonsense. I'm confused, this and that. That is rubbish. This radio is our rallying point. Do you understand? Without this radio, there will be commotion and anarchy. Because this one will come and say, another person will come and say, but whatever you hear here is what comes out for IPOB consumption. That is it. We must be focused. We should not be fighting a blunt war. Some people are going east, others are going west. You are doing yourself and the struggle no good. You are just busy doing nothing. We know that there are many people that come out in this struggle. There are some people that come out for one thing or the other than from the restoration of Biafra. Some come out to make money. I'm telling you that. Some come out one way or the other in order to make money. Some come out to have contacts of people living abroad. I must be honest with you. We have experiences of this. So it depends on what is your loyalty. That is it. Where is your loyalty? Stop listening to gossip and listen to this hallowed platform. Listen to Radio Biafra London so that you maintain our focus. Because without listening, you cannot hear. It's just like people, pastors going to church or preaching without even reading the Bible. It's not possible. You can continue. Maybe you read the epistle of one brotherhood of Jesse in Egypt, and another time you start reading the poetry of Johnson in Scandinavia, and you will be using it to preach without even knowing anything about the Bible. Is it possible? This is our rallying point. There is no overgrowing Radio Biafra. Now what can I hear I've not heard? If it is like that, schools would have been closed. Universities would have been closed because people go to school every day. 5 or 6 times a day. Year in, year out. People go to church, the same thing. People go to mosque, the same thing, hearing the same thing. Can't you ask yourself why? Because they want to maintain that consistency, that standard, that ideology. It is growth, it is maintainable. It is something that it is maintainable. If to the standard of our people, once they stop hearing something, you forget. I used to say this. Go and read the book of Exodus, Leviticus. It is account of our people, account of them, their story, their life history. Immediately Moses left them. God is doing immediately Moses left for that. They forgot everything. Once they look, they cannot see anything again. They forgot yesterday immediately. This is where our people are. Some people have outgrown. What am I going to listen to Radio Biafra for? Yeah, I've known everything. What are they going to preach with her? You don't know an intelligent person. Do you know why lawyers call themselves learned people? It's not that they went to school more than others, no. It's not that. But because they can learn from anything. Even a baby, they can learn from a baby. You know, they listen. A learner listen. You know, an intelligent person listens a lot more than talking. Don't you know that? You can learn from an ant. You can learn from a rabbit. You learn always. That is it. So when you listen to Radio Biafra, you must grab one thing or the other. You see people that are listening to Radio Biafra, when they call, you know. When they speak, you know. But those that they have outgrown, they are members of the family. You ask them, they say, who am I going to listen? Now, the time they should listen to the gospel, they will start going to Facebook to gossip and start listening to gossip. These are the people that are bringing problem even inside the struggle. Nah, I hear say, okay, I hear say, they talk say. Is that how we are going to continue this? Why are you drawing us back? How do you think that our leader will feel if he come out? I hear say, they say, is it true? They say, but if you are listening to Radio Biafra, you shouldn't, you will not be confused at all. Yeah, these are people that are blown, you know, by wind of gossips. They gossip, they listen to, because you know, gossip, some people gossips with them more than anything. It gives them blood. They listen to where I hear say they will use it just to wow. I hear, you don't know that many of all these people saying this thing on social media, they are making money out of it. Immediately you click, their money is reading for them, entering into the accounts. Don't you know that? So they will give you something that you will want to hear. Our people, we should be wise. And for our radio stations, I mean our FM stations, there are many things that are causing all these things. Sometimes, you know, if there is any, like for example, we in this hallowed platform, sometimes we might have many times you see us being on air. After there will be repetition. After one thing or the other, we just, you know, this is electronics. This is technology. If it is in the case of radio FM, the person that are handling it, the person in whose house it is, they will just teach him one rudimentary thing. Once this thing, anything happen, just switch off, so that it will not spoil another thing. So that is the thing. And once it switches off, in order to stop other things from going, you know that we are functioning under hostile environment. And there's ndị sabo, and there's ndị genye report, and there's ndị na-atọ aka, and there's everything. So our people should understand it. The work IPOB is doing is highly monstrous. That is why when you see some people sitting down, giving all the, the IPOB should do this, our radio should, yes, it's true, but look at the practicality also. And you know that these members of the DOS, they are not being paid. You understand? They have responsibilities. Sometimes they can be on meeting once for 7 hours. 7 hours. My people, 7 hours on meeting, discussing on the progress of you and I, on the progress of IPOB, on matters arising. These are people that also have personal responsibilities. Do you understand that? People are making sacrifices in their own ways. That is why our brother Ekeroneke, he said Ekeroneke, which is true. Do that which you should do, and I do that which I should do, so that we'll be moving forward instead of dragging us backwards with one gossip or the other. Please, thank you very much for listening. And those that are calling, I will not pick calls again, please. I apologize for those that I couldn't pick their call. It is not intentional. One person must speak at a time. Tomorrow is another day. Biafra is our religion, and here on Radio Biafra is where we worship. We should remember always our focus. Our leader should be remembered in our daily prayers, please. Nothing will happen to him, I assure you. You understand? Nothing will happen to him. Forget all those people that are coming sometime because they want traffic. Oh, our leader is being tortured. He is being shot at. Oh, I don't know. They hit him now. They want you to go and click to that their useless YouTube and all this so that they will make money. I don't know. Now what about all these tricks? I don't know. These are kindergarten tricks. They will give you one headline that will bust your brain so that you must click in order to read. As you are clicking, either reading or listening, they are making their money, relaxing in their safe house, and money is entering into their accounts because you are clicking, because you are too curious to enter into gossip. That is the only thing. Otherwise, if you know you make them bankrupt by not clicking, by not going all those places. You listen to Radio Biafra, you get the information you need, and that's it. Thank you very much for listening. From me, from here, Mazi Jonathan Chinedu, it is simply good evening.
Nnamdi Kanu is the other savior. Holy, 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 holy. Nnamdi Kanu is the other savior. Holy, holy, holy. Nnamdi Kanu is the other savior. Holy, 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 holy.